Yes, we're live.
Are we live?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm just wondering if we need to plug power in. Ever the professionals. Now we're live. Jim, how are you?
I'm doing great, thanks. How you doing, Grant?
I'm alright, just about whereabouts are you?
Will you speak English, please? We're in the...
We have had this all weekend where literally Jim has just smiled and nodded and hasn't understood a word that we've said. You wouldn't believe what he's agreed to without even knowing he's agreed to it.
Yes. So I have I think my hearing might be going, and Grant's a mumbler and a British speaker, so... English speaker.
Yeah.
I don't, UK, British, English, I don't
English.
know.
It's called English because it's English.
The original.
The original English by default.
Everybody knows that version 5.0 is much better than the original.
Exactly.
Of course, right?
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
So we're here in Gaylord, Michigan.
Gaylord,
Michigan.
what a beautiful town.
It is absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
I mean, this place, people talk about the fall colors over here in the Midwest, and then they go out to Connecticut and places on the East Coast. And I don't know if I've ever seen them like this, but it's absolutely stunning. The reds and the
Yellows.
the yellows, yeah, right. All those reds and yellows.
There's loads of them. There's some orange in there as well.
right,
Yeah. No, look, we've got a little picture. Let's have a look at that.
Picture.
Look at that.
Look at that.
It's
Nope,
stunning.
It's not showing the picture, is it?
It
Oh,
won't
it'll
on
show.
you.
It'll show. Okay.
It won't
Doesn't
show
us.
on your
I don't see the
TikTok.
picture.
Yeah.
All right. So well, you'll find out later, but he's an expert in this, and I'm. Anyway, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're seeing it.
Yeah.
You can see this lovely picture
On Facebook.
on Facebook,
On Facebook, yeah.
right, or YouTube if you're looking over here.
Yeah, fantastic.
Right.
Hi, you. So absolutely stunning. But what a stunning resort as well.
Incredible resort.
Is it a golf retreat venue?
So they've got. It looks like they've got golf in the summer, and
Yeah.
then in the wintertime they've got. We walk by the ski lifts.
Ski lifts.
And then also tubing. So if you want to do some, we were talking about inner tubing earlier. So there's inner tubing where you go down the river in an inner tube, but you can also do it in the snow. And they've got like tracks set up here for that.
So they do it in the snow.
Yeah, in the snow.
That
Right.
makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, I couldn't figure out how it would go down the
Go down
soil.
to the
But yeah, I suppose if it
Yeah.
was full of snow, then that would
right.
make
It
more
would make a
sense.
lot more sense. Yeah.
There we go. That's cleared that
Yes.
up.
Come back in about a month, and I bet there'll be lots of snow here.
There was snow yesterday.
There's a little bit of
Saturday.
snow. Yeah, a little bit of snow.
I left the restaurant like a 10-year-old child, super excited, and everyone was laughing at me because I'm like taking pictures of the snow. We do have snow in Yorkshire.
I was thinking that. I was
Yeah.
thinking they've got snow there, right? Everybody at the table said that. Don't they have snow in?
Yeah, I know. But this was Gaylord snow.
There's nothing better than. Anyway.
Yeah. Great location. Middle of nowhere.
Middle of nowhere, really.
Not the easiest place to get to,
Not the easiest place to get to.
but well worth it.
I would say well worth it. Absolutely. Yeah.
And I've been extremely well fed. What did you think to the food?
You know what? So was it last night? The last night's meal.
Yeah.
So it's been great the whole time. They've fed us breakfast, lunch, and dinner almost every single day. There was one day we had to buy our own dinner. Psh, whatever, Dan.
Yeah.
I'll pack a lunch next time. Last night we got served beef.
With
Beef.
it was massive as well.
It was a massive ribeye steak, and then a little square of it wasn't even a little square. It was like
No,
a
it's a big
normal
square.
portion
Of the beef.
some other kind of beef. I don't
Yeah.
even know what beef cut that was. They were both delicious.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
But no, service has been fantastic.
I can't even believe that the service here has been really remarkable. And Barbie
Barbie was
our server,
very attentive.
Yeah, very attentive and
Yeah.
sweet. Sweet woman. She's worked here for, I think she said something like 30 years.
Yeah.
30 years. Wow.
Yeah. You think you
Amazing.
give her a break?
Yeah, you give her a break. Exactly.
No, spot on. Really great place. I've really enjoyed it. So the conference, what's it called?
My Hypnosis Conference.
Your
is,
Hypnosis Conference.
Right, exactly. No, it's my.
That's what it's my
Oh, it's
Hypnosis
my.
Conference. Oh, no,
It's
okay.
my.
It's
Dan is my. No, it stands for, so it's actually, and Dan's changed the name. It is a clever name. It's MI, which is the abbreviation for Michigan.
Yep.
But it doesn't quite make sense to a lot of people out there, like my Hypnosis Conference. So I guess they're going to change the name next year, you said.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But it's a great name.
Yeah, cool.
Michigan Hypnosis Conference.
Yeah. Keynote speaker.
Tracy Barrett Adams, what a treat! I've never got to see her speak,
Yeah.
And she actually lives in Seattle where I do.
Oh, wow.
And we've not even met for coffee or anything.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I'll have to maybe meet up sometime.
Yeah, it was interesting to hear about kind of the medical side of hypnosis and getting referrals from doctors, that side of things.
Right.
But yeah, really great keynote.
Yeah, it was very popular. I saw a lot of people were very interested in that kind of work.
Yeah, I think it's nice to see people you probably wouldn't normally get to see.
Absolutely.
I met people that I never knew existed, if that makes sense.
Same here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and also to actually get to see and chat with people that I knew existed, but I never had a chance to talk to, like Shelley Stockwell.
Yeah.
I mean,
how much fun is she?
oh, she's so fun, and she's a great. I mean, are we ever to the play? At the hypnosis show, she was one of the best subjects, right? I mean, she's amazing.
Absolutely.
She's one of those floppers, like she's just flopped in half.
Yeah.
She was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hypnosis show was brilliant. That was Michael Otto.
Michael Otto, yep.
He did the show on the Saturday night, Friday night.
I'm all confused on dates. It must have been, yeah, it's Friday night.
Friday night.
What?
Yeah.
No, was it last night? No, it was Friday night. Yeah, Friday night. Because we did a little birthday for Grant on Friday because his birthday is today, Sunday. Everybody say, happy birthday, Grant.
Yeah.
With the cake,
The
and
cake.
the candle.
And the singing.
Thank you, Choi, his wife, for letting me know about it.
But yeah, no, it was what a great way to spend a birthday.
And wasn't it cool too? Afterwards, after the show, it was a really funny show. There was a lot of great people. Michael Brody, who's a stage hypnotist, was actually a really good subject too.
He was amazing. And do you know what was great? Like stage hypnotists, I think, tend to normally make quite reserved subjects because they just want to critique everything else.
Right, exactly.
He was wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
I've not seen dance moves like that for a very long time.
A long time, yeah.
And what a genuinely nice guy.
Seriously, really, just such a nice guy. And then several of us, you and I and Richard Cole, another genuinely nice guy, and Michael Odo. Too bad Mike Brody wasn't there too. But we sat around afterwards. After everybody, we sat over at the hotel and at the inn, and chatted, told fun stories about hypnosis.
Put the world to rights.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Put the world to
absolutely.
right. Absolutely. It was amazing.
Yeah. We had the awards. I mean, we couldn't not mention the awards.
We got to mention the awards. Of course, Joni, I'm sorry, I'm gonna mess up your name. I will not mess up your name. So, Hypnotherapist of the Year was awarded to Joni Johnson Nahi. I believe that's how you say it. And what a sweetheart. I think we've kind of interacted on Facebook a little bit. But I've never really got to chat with her, and God, what a sweetheart. And her husband, Larry, I mean, just wonderful people.
Beautiful couple, really nice people, absolutely well deserved. It couldn't have done to anybody better, really. I mean, it's absolutely.
Right.
Great person and an absolutely amazing professional.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? You were supposed to talk about Joni because now
Let's just make it awkward.
Well, Grant, could you tell us who got Hypnosis Innovator of the Year?
Innovator
of the Year.
Elon Musk's title now.
Elon Musk, right. Who was that? Do you know?
It's a guy called was it
Grant
Saunders.
Grant Sanders? No, Saunders. Right, Saunders.
Yeah.
Right.
For Hypnosis Innovator, which was a big surprise to me, to be fair. But yeah, I think I hypnotised Dan for that one.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's why you're such an innovator.
Exactly.
You hypnotize.
Of course, yeah. I was going to say no one was more surprised than me, but everybody looked really surprised. Like, who? Was he innovated? But no, I think it was to do with the live stream and stuff, and the stuff that we did during the pandemic, which was it was a really nice honour. So thank you for everyone that was involved in that. So yeah.
And I think a lot of people were expecting somebody who had developed a new protocol or something on how to lose weight or help people to quit smoking or something. But it really made a lot of sense because we're living in an age, especially at post-pandemic, where we're all on video, where people are clients are more comfortable being being approached online and working online. And Grant has really. If you have not seen his live streams, what's the name of your group for that to learn how to do that better?
There's live streaming for hypnotherapists. That's the group. Check it out. It is a great group, but then I would say that.
Right, exactly. Let me say it next time. Okay. It's a great group, everybody.
There you go.
So, it really did. When you think about it, it made a lot of sense because Grant is. he's going to that next level with making live streams. You know, so often it's just a talking head, and you know, somebody in their dirty T-shirt and a bad background, and he's really. Oh wait.
Yeah, we brought the coffee machine.
Right, we brought the coffee machine, especially.
This is not a green screen. This is a real coffee machine.
Exactly. And so Grant has he's using a fancy camera, and well, not even a fancy camera. He's just using a different camera than the web camera that comes on there. You know, and he's got a nice background. He's using lights. I mean, wow, lights.
I thought, you know, I'd combine the two things, you know, live streaming and electricity, and I think that's the thing that takes it to the next level.
Oh, it's really it's really special. It really is. It really is.
Yeah.
But
anyway, moving
check
on.
it out. Check it out. Innovator of the year.
Innovator of the year. I mean, do you know that these things aren't about awards?
Yeah.
But I have made a special space. I'm going to make like a little shrine for
Of course,
it now. Yeah.
absolutely.
I'm going to put
Yes.
some lights on it.
Oh, well, and you're the expert on lights.
Oh,
so.
exactly. It's going to be in all of the live streams from now on.
Right.
Workshops, which is the great thing about this conference is the networking.
Oh, the networking was fantastic. Yeah.
Meeting those people. Like for me, meeting Richard Cole after. We've met before.
Right, we've met.
But meeting Richard Cole, who's an absolutely the most nicest person in the world, and he brought me some Canadian treats as well.
Yeah, and you know, he didn't bring me anything. Just,
So I just spat
just
everywhere.
saying. Not one thing did he bring me. He brought you Cheetos, although he called them something special, Canadian cheesies or something.
Cheetos, yeah,
Cheesies, ripping off the Cheetos brand.
Yeah.
You know, I had met Richard before, but I had not had a real chance to sit down and chat with him in person. And really, what a nice guy. I mean, despite his lack of generosity towards Americans, he apparently only likes British people. But
Well, I mean, he is practically British.
practically British, yeah. I
Practically,
mean,
yeah.
what
We
a
have the
just
same
a
queen.
great guy. The
Well,
same
king
that's right.
now.
King, correct.
There was a moment for Richard, I'm sure you won't mind me telling this story, but we were in a workshop by Michael Brody, who's 30 years experience as a stage hypnotist. So as stage hypnotist, we were watching that show.
Yeah.
And there was a guy in the workshop that went, you know, there's this thing that I bought some years ago and it transformed my show and it's the single best thing I've ever done for my show and it's amazing. And it was at that point that Richard realised it was a program that he'd sold years ago.
That's awesome.
And it
awesome.
was great. They kind of connected afterwards, and it was just really great that it was just like, you know, to have somebody say that I've got this product and and started talking about it. You could see there was nerves there. Like, what if he's going to say this product and it was, but it wasn't. He was just singing its praises, unsolicited. It was brilliant.
That's awesome because he didn't know it was Richard Cole's. Didn't remember whose it was or anything, and so I mean, yeah, what a cool thing to be sitting there and have somebody's talking nice things about you. Awesome.
And Natasha says, even I've met Richard. Did you meet Carolyn Ching?
Yes, we did. Carolyn, what a sweetheart.
Yeah.
I never got to. I don't think I ever met her in person.
No.
But yeah, she was really cool.
There were some really great people.
Yeah, I wish we had time to just mention each and every one of them. Really, just so many cool, awesome people. Yeah.
So workshops, I kept dipping in and out of your workshop. It was awesome. There's some, because I was next door to you, and there was some noises coming from your workshop.
Some noises.
That was hands on.
Yeah, it was hands on. Yeah, we had a lot of fun in there. You know, what I really loved too was like the hypnotherapists that actually were able to take some stuff and go, I'm going to be able to use this in my hypnotherapy, even though it's street hypnosis and rapid hypnosis type stuff. Using this stuff in their hypnotherapy practice, it was really rewarding experience.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
So you got interviewed for a podcast?
I did. So the Hypno Cafe, Melissa Sullivan and I, we sat down and we talked a little bit, and that was really fun. Wasn't there a lot of there was a lot of buzz around Rob's class, right?
Rob? Yeah. Everybody I spoke to was just like crazy about the rapid inductions,
right?
And that there was some noise coming from there as well.
Yeah,
definitely. I think there was loads of buzz coming from Rob's stuff, and Rob blew your mind at one point, didn't he?
Oh, so Rob DeGroof, we should say his whole name, Rob DeGroof. I mean, and really getting a chance to sit down with him. I have mixed feelings about it now.
I will say this, so he did take the title away from it of who's travelled the furthest.
Oh yeah, exactly. Jerk. What a jerk.
I know.
It
Depends which way you went.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I don't think he'd have gone that way.
Good point. Yeah.
Well, technically, Rob came here a few days earlier, so he only travelled from Traverse City.
See, yeah. Okay.
So I travelled from England.
Right. We actually Rob and I stayed at the same hotel. We didn't even know it until the next day. It was that. Never mind. Anyway, interesting. So yeah, so we're all having a drink out at the tavern afterwards. Well, not all of us, all the cool people, and the people that hadn't left off to go off to the other conference. But we're Rob, and you know, I thought he said he's gonna pick my card. And he'd already picked somebody else's card. I was like, there's no way he's gonna pick my card. And I kept a poker face, and by God, he picked my card, and I had to buy him a beer because of it. So really, if you get a chance to take his mentalism class, I would take it just so you can get free beers.
Yeah, spot on. I'm just going to nip it 1 second, just entertain them for.
Absolutely. Yep.
Live streaming expert, got to plug the laptop in.
Oh yeah, you got to plug the laptop in. So Rob was one of those people too, Grant, that I'd seen around at Hypnothoughts and other conferences, I think, and hadn't had a chance to sit down and chat with him. And what a cool guy, and his wife was really amazing.
Yeah. What a great power couple.
Right.
Yeah. It was spot on. A great sense of humour as well.
Oh yeah.
I think we kept getting into trouble for laughing too much, to be fair.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What were you laughing at during the hypnosis show?
It's just such a fun show.
It really was.
Some of the participants in particular were really
stand out.
Really stood out. Absolutely. Yeah.
We have to mention the Hawaiian party night.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Hawaiian party night.
I completely forgot about that. Yeah, that was good fun.
That was fun, and there was free appetizers, which was really nice too. And I gotta mention that Laura Noble had pineapple pizza last night right in front of my face. Her and her husband Chris both, which was really a slap in the face. I felt like
it was.
Yeah.
There is a great picture somewhere of you with said pineapple pizza.
There is actually. Yeah, they're gonna blackmail me when I try to run for president or something.
That was a great night actually.
Yeah, but I didn't have any. I swear I did not try it. I did not taste any.
Yeah.
Even he ate some pineapple pizza right next to me. I'm disgusted.
Yeah.
It's disgusted.
So yeah, standout moments for you?
Standout moments. You know, I really enjoyed so much. You know, I couldn't believe the prizes. The prizes were amazing.
Yeah.
The raffle prizes.
Yeah. Normally raffles are just, you know, it's like I'll give you this raffle prize where you get 20% off my mastermind coaching program.
Exactly.
Some stuff that I'm not going to buy anyway. And
You're like, oh, maybe I'll win.
Yeah.
Hey, neat.
Yeah.
Right. Some bath salts or something. I don't know. But
yeah.
Laptop. My friend Gwendolyn won the laptop, which was going to come in handy, she said.
But there was proper rivalry over the laptop.
Oh, there was. There were people really wanting that laptop. Yeah. There was a lot of rivalry.
There was the Mackie studio, like home recording studio.
Whole huge box that
2 microphones, amps, speakers, headphones. Over I think it was $550 for this thing.
I was hoping for that one. I'll be honest. I was like, oh, Rob, damn it.
Yeah. What else was it? There was the Bluetooth speaker
and the Bluetooth speaker, and the wireless microphone. Yeah, I really would like to have that too.
Michael Brody won that.
Michael Brody won that.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
So,
yeah.
It couldn't have gone to a better kind of. You know, you're just going to get its use out there.
Except me. But he was very gracious. So I mean, great prizes. Dan and Heather, you know, Dan Goyette and Heather Carpenter. That's one of her last names. She's got 2 last names. Shoot, Heather. Just Heather. She only has one name. It's just Heather.
She's like Madonna.
It's Heather.
Yeah. Do you know what the organisation? And like Dan's just such a cool guy.
Yeah, really.
Like I've seen him online. It's my first time meeting him in person, and his personality is just larger than life.
It really. And you know what? If you've seen him, boom, exactly. Boom. If you've seen him at a conference, I'd seen him at conferences, and I'd see him online and stuff. And he's got his suit on. He looks all proper with his tie and everything. And you know what? He seemed kind of serious. You know, like a little bit of fun stuff. He is funny. He is so funny, and his Donald Trump impression is spot on. It was hilarious.
His Scottish accent.
The Scottish accent, he sounded just like a Scot.
Yeah, he has got some Scottish heritage.
Yeah, some Scottish heritage. Yeah.
So no, that absolutely spot. I think my standout moment had to be the video we did. We're promoting the Thailand luxury retreat that's coming up soon.
Right.
And before we'd gone live, we were kind of discussing, right, let's make sure we've got all the details. Let's do this professionally. Let's not do it Grant and Jim style. Let's do this professionally.
Right.
Make sure it goes out right. And so, like, these are the dates. These are the details. Let's make sure this is right. And maybe 1 minute later, we've promoted it and gone, what's the date?
April 20th.
The date completely wrong. The date is actually
April 20th.
March the 20th.
No, March again. Am I mental or something?
Don't turn up on April the 20th. We will not be there.
March 20th through the 25th.
Yes, absolutely.
In Thailand.
Yes. So let's pop that up there.
Yeah.
That should bring up a link in the comment section if you are posh.
Yes, if you're posh. I think both of us are really committed to helping other hypnotists to kind of launch out there, and it takes courage to do it. So many of you find it so difficult, and I get it. I had trouble getting myself launched. So what we did is we said, how can we make this the easiest as possible for them?
Yeah, and it's not that. It's away from any distractions.
Yeah.
As the machine starts to make noise,
exactly.
Away from some distractions in a luxury paradise.
Villas. We're staying in villas.
By the beach.
By the beach. Yeah.
By the beach.
By the beach. So, because one of the problems that I always ran into in my Launch Your Hypnosis Career Now class or workshop is just getting people to get those things that they need, like the professional logo and to make a video and these kind of things. And so we were talking like, how can we make this happen?
Yeah, that step-by-step guide. So
Right.
so it's easy. It's not like you're not overwhelmed with loads of stuff and that stops you from doing stuff. It's like, these are the steps you need to take. This is the real stuff you're going to come away with. You're going to come away with not just feel like someone that's a hypnotist. You're going to come away as a professional hypnotist with a business plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like we've talked about too, is so many of us, we think we keep needing to take another class, whether it's a stage hypnosis class, we want to be a stage hypnotist, or hypnotherapy class. We just learn another protocol. But once you've got your training, it's time to move on, and it's time to start working on the business part, the marketing part, which I get it. Most of us don't like that part. We didn't start doing this because we want to be marketers.
I struggled in the beginning. It's difficult to talk about yourself in a...
It is.
I'm British, so we don't do this. But
Right.
to talk about yourself in a really positive way. You don't want to sound like you're
Yeah.
bragging or you're just putting yourself out there or too much ego. So sometimes it helps when you've got a group of people, professionals, that kind of go, this is what we've discovered. These are your skills. These are the things you need to be doing. This is your stuff.
Right.
Not overthinking it.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's the thing too. Like Coke has no problem saying we're number one, but are they number one? Well, Pepsi lovers love Pepsi.
Yeah.
So you do have to step forward, and it is uncomfortable for a lot of us, and we want to be humble, but there's kind of a mix. You can be both. You can be humble, but stepping forward and leveling up.
Yeah. And funny that you mentioned Coke. A lot of therapists that I meet don't like marketing.
Right.
They want just referrals.
Oh, yeah.
Word of mouth is going to do that.
Yep.
Doesn't matter how good you are, you still need to market.
You have to.
Coca-Cola, they still advertise. They still market.
Yep.
So if Coca-Cola need to do it and they're the biggest brand
Right.
in the world,
Exactly.
then Dreamland Hypnotherapy,
Right.
you need to do it as well. If there is another Dreamland Hypnotherapy out there, there's nothing personal. Dreamland Hypnotherapy was my old therapy practice.
Oh, was it?
That's the only reason I can think of
awesome.
that one.
Okay, great.
Great. Yeah, I thought rather than getting us into trouble. So you need to do that. So it's a way of doing that makes it nice and easy.
Absolutely.
Speaking of conferences, it was the Canadian conference just before this one.
There was, and you know what? We're both kicking ourselves. We met. I think I've met Joanne before, but I'm not sure Joanne Edie. But I know I hadn't had a chance to talk with her. What a sweetheart too.
Really nice.
Really nice.
Really nice.
And we heard
that.
great things about the Canadian conference, which just happened.
Yeah.
Which we didn't really plan. I mean, not like we don't plan these things. I mean, each of us independently. We're not like a traveling duo, but.
But we are available for children parties.
Children parties. Exactly. And bachelorette parties, don't forget that.
Yeah.
The strippers are here. No, I'm sorry. So we're trying to keep this, PG. Anyway, what were we saying? Yeah. So I really do. This would have been like a perfect opportunity to go from, and a lot of the presenters and even the attendees were going from Canada the Canadian conference to here, and then Mid-America, which sounds like it's going to be a blast too, and it's like next weekend.
Yeah. So, I mean, especially for me coming over from, I say from Europe, I'm not from Europe anymore now, I'm from England.
Right. Yeah.
But it's just all the heavy lifting of that travelling is already done, so it would have made loads of sense. But, you know, 3 great conferences.
Yeah.
Speaking of conferences, haven't you got a conference coming up soon?
Well, now that you mention it, Grant.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Anthony Gitch and I are putting together a conference for the Pacific Northwest. We announced some dates a few weeks ago, a month ago. It was going to be in October of 2023, but that was going to be a conflict with Mid-America. We didn't want to do that once we thought things through. And so we're moving it. It's probably going to be late spring, early summer in 2023, which is a great time to visit Seattle anyway. Nice. So it's probably the only time. Summer's the only time you want to go to Seattle. Trust me. So we don't even have a name yet. You guys are all gonna vote for a name. We're gonna get a link out to you, and we're gonna announce the dates shortly. I mean, hopefully within the next week or two, we will announce the dates. And it's gonna be in Seattle, but it's gonna be a Pacific Northwest regional conference. Nice. Really hoping for people from Vancouver, BC, or just BC in general, Idaho, Washington, of course, and Oregon would be the main ones. Of course, everybody's welcome, you know, but we're really focused on those areas.
Cool. I think it will be absolutely spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a great weekend. I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's been nice to meet everyone. It's been nice to, and that's the great thing about conferences, I suppose. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I mean, there's Hypnothoughts, which is a massive.
Yeah.
Massive
you have to do that one. You have to do that.
I mean, it always falls in. The time's always fallen wrong for me in the past, but like these smaller, more intimate conferences as well. Mm-hmm. It means you've got that time to sit down and really build connections, have conversations with people.
Absolutely. Same with Heartland. You know, we both were at Heartland last year. William Mitchell's. And really just to be able to sit down, you see different people, but you see the same people, but you have an opportunity to chat with them more.
Yes.
Like the Ellmans. We had dinner with Cheryl and Larry Ellman, which is, I mean, we're talking Dave Ellman's son and wife.
And it's about the connection, because it wasn't just like chit chat, talk about work, something else. It was some real fun, deep conversations. Right. You actually really get to know people. As well.
Yeah. It's so cool. I really do think that people should. They definitely have to go to Hypnothoughts, and you're going next year. Yeah, of course, you're going 2023. You have to go to Hypnothoughts. It's the biggest in the world, of course, and it's amazing. And it's an experience. Like once you go. I can't believe I haven't been doing this. Yeah. But then also, you really should pick out a regional conference wherever you're at least go to the one in your region. Make connections with your colleagues in your area, or some of the other little smaller ones where you can take a minute, take a few breaths, and chat with people.
Yeah, fantastic. You had an interesting drink of choice, didn't you?
Oh my Lord!
This was the talk of the weekend.
Oh, the absolute worst beverage that I've ever had, I think, in my life was this. What was it? The peanut butter porter. If you've tried this and you liked it, there's something wrong with you. If you didn't like it, I want to hear that. Either way, let me know what your thoughts are. I know Mike, and I'm going to mess up his last name. I'm not even going to try. Mark Ladowski, is that? I'm not even going to try. He loved it. I couldn't even believe it. He loved this beer.
Randy Light loved it.
And Randy Light loved it.
Yeah.
That was absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I finished it. But
for me, when it comes to drinks, it was quite interesting. I called into a coffee shop and asked for a latte. They had no idea what I was talking about.
He went to a diner, everybody. He went to a diner in a small town in Michigan. And he's got a British accent. Hello, can I get a latte?
The Thai restaurant went asked for sparkling water.
Right. They didn't have sparkling water at the Thai restaurant.
There was no Thai people at the Thai restaurant.
No, not a single one.
No, but the food was stunning.
It was so good. I was not expecting it to be that good.
No.
I really wasn't. No. Funny thing, on the menu, there was a notice on the bottom. It said something along the lines of,
if you don't like your food, it's your own fault.
Exactly. No refunds. I've never seen that on a menu. So I got to think, you got a Thai restaurant in Michigan. People are like, oh, I don't like this. Too bad. You ordered it.
You ordered it. That led me to think that maybe it wasn't going to be great.
Right.
It was great.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's not brilliant. That's it from us, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
Fantastic. Do check out the links to the Thailand retreat. That's going to be amazing. Very limited, and that's not a sales ploy.
It's not.
Very limited spaces on that. Check out the Seattle conference with no name.
Right. There's a link. You can sign up to get emailed about when we're going to ask you to come. We're actually going to ask you to help us figure out a name.
Yeah, cool. That's it from us this week.
Yes.
Yeah. From Michigan, from Gaylord.
Gaylord, Michigan.
Gaylord, Michigan.
Why'd you point at me? Not there's anything wrong with it.
No, from Gaylord, Michigan. We've got to go. The conference is done now.
It's done.
It's done. So we're off. Guys, everyone that's at the conference, what an absolutely amazing time.
Yeah. And sorry we couldn't mention everybody. There's just not enough time. So many amazing people.
Yeah, take this as that new Facebook tag. You know, the at everybody.
Right, at everybody.
Oh, I hate that.
Brilliant.
I hate that. But this is
exactly. This is the at everybody. Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay. See you later.
See you guys.
Bye.
That was brilliant.
That was good fun, actually.
It was.
Yeah.
That was great. Oh, I'm still talking about how great it is right here.